Hi, please turn on the camera. Thank you. So, Jaden, when is your WA2 English coming up? Which date? And what paper would that be? Is it paper one, paper two, or if it's paper two, is it visual text, section B or section C? I believe you have, right? I think your teacher give you the list already. Don't look up and down in the sky lah. Come on, tell me the truth lah.
Let me check.
Check. I think most of the time will be comprehension passage. Because term one is essay, and then your term one is oral exam, right? Oral, right? WA1, correct? You got A1 for your talking. Correct. Yeah, okay. So now I think your this WA2 should be really got writing or essay or maybe comprehension passage. Okay.
I cannot.
Hey, sorry?
I cannot find.
Never mind, never mind. Don't it's okay, don't stress. When you find out, let me know. Most likely, I think if your WA1 is oral, most likely you'll be essay or situation writing. My feeling is that if it's a WA2, if it's a visual graphic text and comprehension, no problem. We have done it last month already. In fact, most of the thing we cover essay, we cover situation writing, we cover VA editing. In fact, paper one editing, visual. Sorry, one more time. In fact, editing, situation writing, essay we cover, and also we cover the visual graphic text and text section B. Today, this month we'll cover section C, summary writing, language and literature, and mass media. Okay. So let's talk about this. What do you mean by language, social media, and do you take language? I mean, do you take literature, Jaden?
English literature.
Yeah. Do you take English literature? No. Okay, never mind. But anyway, what is the definitions of language? Okay, maybe you want to read to me, not to the class also. Okay.
The principal method of human communication consisting of words used in a structured and conventional way and conveyed by speech, writing, or gesture. A study of the way children learn language. A system of communication used by a particular country or community.
So you see, when we talk about language, of course, we talking about few. You taking history, Jaden? Okay. You know, few 100 years. Of course, now you can use the ChatGPT or even Google Translate or even some AI to translate for you and change the characters to different languages. So the power of these translations of English, languages, thousands of years or even don't go until so far away, maybe 500-600 years ago, they already got translator, just like those white Warren, like the European who travel all the way to Asia or vice versa, or even the Sir Stamford Raffles 200 years ago, we came down to look at us and talk to the Malays, the Southern. Definitely, they must have someone who are able to speak their language, or the other way around to learn their language, to speak and to learn their language. A language is important because at the end of the day, it's not just about learning this particular topic, but it's also useful for you to learn it as because it might come out in your comprehension passage, it might come out in your essay, anything can be happen. So when you read these three sentence or no sentence, 3 paragraph, I call it 3 paragraph. That is the way you learn languages. And languages is just like when you are young, Jaden, when you are maybe 1, 2 years old, you don't say, come on, mommy, give me a hug. Whoa, Jaden, you must be 天才. Correct or not? Agree or not? Hey, wait, I'm waiting for June. Waiting for June coming. Okay, so it's just like this month we are talking about language, literature, and social media. Hey, how come I never change? Supposed to change language, literatures, and mass media. Okay. Hi, Junie, please turn on the camera. So when you are young, Junie and Jaden, when you're baby, the time you don't 1, 2 years old, you don't speak very well, right? You can't even really speak much. Okay, you just say papa, neng neng, ha ha, kiss kiss like that. Okay, or you use your cry to get attention. It's like crying is a language to get your attention for parents to carry you, or maybe you're crying that you say you're hungry, things like that. It's a way of language to express yourself and to impress yourself, and of course to depress yourself, because crying is like depressing. But sometimes it's get acknowledged by the language, that your body language. That's what they call the body language, the love language. So next, read on to the next paragraph. Hi, Junie, are you able to turn on the camera? Thank you. Hello. Okay, come. Jaden, a language.
A language is a system of communication which consists of a set of sounds and written symbols which are used by the people of a particular country or region for talking or writing.
So you see, when Marco Polo traveled all the way to China, Mongolia, they of course need a translator or someone who's able to speak simple Chinese or Mongolian language, or English, or Italians, right? So let's go. What is the simple?
What is the simple definition of language? The simplest way to define language is as a system of communication used by humans. Languages can be spoken or signed, and some have a written form.
So you are talking about a few hundred years or 1,000 years ago, Chinese 1,000 years, that would be Chinese developed Chinese characters, the Hanzi. And they, of course, initially they start off with symbol like the 太阳, the sun, the 人, the 水, the 口, the 田, okay, all the words like 地, okay, all the very simple words. And slowly, surely, and definitely they start to transform these symbols into a proper characters or language. That's why they say 有边读边无边读中间, 一撇一捺一竖一横, that kind of things. And you know, all these kind of strokes is like actually telling you a story. I'm sorry, I know I'm going to be a bit biased here to say that math is math, but language as 千变万化, it changes a lot of things. Even can change a person's moods and characters. Whereas number is like very logic. 1 就是 1, 1 plus 1 就是 2. How much can you talk about this 2? Maybe you can do in the language, but not 2 in the mathematical sense or even science sense, right? Next paragraph, the last one, please. Thank you.
Language, a system of conventional spoken, manual, or written symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, express themselves.
So it's not just expressing themselves. It's not about expressing using language and culture. As you know, during the Miss World, Miss Universe, right? They always dress according to their traditional custom clothing, according to their country. And that is way of expressing themselves in terms of like a language. Oh, this is the dress of Korea, China, Japan. And what about Singapore? Singapore don't have their own culture, no. It's like mixture of culture. You cannot wear the cheongsam and then for Chinese. You cannot wear the Malays sarong or the sari for the Indians. So how? So no choice, right? I think you all study social study, right? So they mix the 3 into 1, like hybrid. Looks nice and looks good, and looks very interesting. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so what is the introduction of language linguistic? Never mind, I read to the class. So expressions of ideas, means of speech, sounds combined into words. That is called language. By Henry, 1993. Wow, that is more than 30 over years ago. Language is a system of conventional spoken or written symbol by means which human beings, as a member of the social group and participant in culture and communicate. You realize humans use languages, use the mouth to open, the vowel sound A, I, O, U, or even their Chinese pronunciation, Indians or whatever language. But what about animal kingdom, Zuni and Jaden? How they speak to each other, how they communicate with each other, and how they pass the language to each other. Let's start with Judy. For animals, how do you they communicate each other?
By sounds.
By sounds. Okay, fair enough. How about Jaden?
Sound.
Sound also by their antenna, right? You know the antenna, right? And then of course, mostly the animals are by sound. Their sound are very unique to them. It's like they are speaking their own language that they know how to understand. Can you imagine one day a human have these very powerful machines that can translate all these sounds made by the animals, including the crow, the wolf, the tiger, the cat, the dogs, any they can translate in this to say that, put a collar, wow, Jaden, don't laugh. Can you imagine? I think I watched too many Disney cartoons now. Or maybe Jaden saying, do you know that dog just speak to me? What do you say? Hey, bro, give me a bone, man. Seriously? He really talk to you? Yeah, he just do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. So you know this is language about giving him a bone? Didn't you hear him? I mean, I hear him barking, but I did not hear him speak to you in your language, okay? So you will be surprised if we can come out AI, I won't be surprised at Jaden and Julie that the AI will come out a kind of way to translate animal language or sound into a proper edible hearings that we can know. Oh, so the pack of wolf is coming to attack us. Hey, Uncle Raymond, you're watching Lord of the Rings or what? Or Harry Potter. I won't be surprised. Maybe it's not now, but I think the most important thing now is to save the world is by having a cure for cancer. Hey, seriously, I went through these two really quite a false alarm, scary things about my liver and kidney cancer. I'm very concerned of this. So language is this one, as is mentioned, that is able to communicate and based on 1942, even longer. So what is language? There is no comprehensive definition of language. Not true. To me, there is. The only answer to the question is, what is language? And is language a language? Yes, of course, to me. It's just like speaking Hokkien, Cantonese, Teochew, or other dialect. Is it a language? Yes, it's a language. As long as you're talking to someone, you're communicating with someone, you are discussing or meeting or negotiating, is using a language. So language is a very complex or human phenomenon, definitely. It's how you see, how you present, how you talk. Some language is vulgar language, right? It's not, vulgarity language. Or some language is too loud. Some language is too soft. Some language is very nice, heartwarming. So the words itself is very powerful from the A to Z. In a nutshell, language is an organized voice. That's what the animals do, right? And used in the actual social situations, like social situation. They say social means gathering socially. In the Encyclopedia of Britannia, volume 13, excuse me. Language is defined as a system of conventional spoken or written symbol by means of which humans beings as members of social groups and participants in its culture or communicate. So communicating is used like what you say, sound. Can it be signal or Jaden and Junie? Can it be using a hand signal? Like animal kingdoms, like ants and insects, they cannot communicate what? They may not have a mouth, right? Maybe they have a mouth, but I don't know. Maybe they're using the antenna. Just a cockroach. How about lizard? Lizard makes sounds, right? Is that the way of communicating to another lizard? So what is Uncle Raymond definitions? To me, language is important. Okay, now based on this one, we are testing your oral presentation skill. Yeah, I know, Jaden, you have done very well for your oral last term, WA1. So actually this term we are preparing for set 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, the oral presentation. So later when you read, sorry, Jaden, I'm not asking you must read like British type of English. Okay, be yourself. Okay, you don't read like that. To me, language is important whenever, whatever, whoever, whatsoever. No, I don't read like that. Also, you also don't read like that. To me, the language is important whenever, whatever, whoever, whatsoever. This is rapping. So you must read like that. To me, there's a comma, pause for 1 second, full stop for 2 seconds, and next paragraph for 3 seconds. And if there's double word like double E, double M, you last to me, Language is important whenever, whatever, whoever, and whatsoever you are going to do or engage with. Without language, you see, I pause for 2 seconds now. Without language, how are we going to communicate, feedback, response, and most importantly, to understand the needs and wants of our fellow human beings? Language is an invisible tool for all of us to use it whenever possible and whatever we may need it. Learning a language to me needs patience, dedications, devotions, disciplines, and the desire to succeed in life so that we can ensure the language you have learned will have great value to you and your future career path. So I'm not saying your other subject is not important, that you must pass your English and your Chinese AL1. Of course, that will be wonderful and awesome and beautiful. But then again, to embark on the language, just like I always want to learn Japanese and Malays, but mine is just a bit here and there, bit here and there, not very good. I would say it's the intermediate level. It might be a basic or very junior or very foundations Malay or Japanese. But then again, we need to know that learning more languages is actually helping you in terms of survival skill, in terms of social skill, in terms of networking skills. That is my definition. So later when we have time, the two of you, you must please think of what you're going to write about language. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Usually it's found in the boot camp. I'm not sure this were Jaden and Junior, have you attended this before? So I just want to share a quick one about how I'm going to do these presentations using the 3E. Okay, let's say this is a motivation talk and you are using language to express this slide to a group of students who are not very actively want to study. Okay, so I start with this. Efficiency, the amount of resources needed to execute the process is all about study. Once you have the study, you are able to have the result to produce things. The result that is the how you get your grading. Okay, that is how the brain process. With the effectiveness, the ratio between the actual and the theoretical inputs, that is your hard work. So you need to study to listen in class. At the same time, you need to do your homework. And that is the efficiency. That means how efficient when you're listening to class and how effective you do your homework. And that is where you can see this picture here. You can have a very efficient, every day you practice, you hit every day without fear. But no matter how you hit, you are not effective enough to hit the bullseye. So I rather one kill, one shot, one attack. Okay, write down if you want. Perfect practice make perfect. It's not about practice make perfect. It's perfect practice make perfect. You can practice like this one 100 times, but you never get the one blue eye. Maybe this one is the one blue eye. Out of 5 attempts, finally got one blue eye. So you must perfect practice make perfect. So Junie, Jaden, you know about sniper, right? They always have to practice until 101% accurate at the headshot, not headshot. If they miss in the actual field, in the actual situation, when the officer say, okay, shot to kill, and you know that this guy is going to threaten the victims, the hostages, or whatever, and if your bullet miss his head and hit someone else or hit some object, that means you fail. So all the practices are gone to waste. So I believe strongly that perfect practice make perfect. And you can't waste time, in my opinion, all right? So this is the efficiency and effectiveness in your work. And the efficiency is about work and study. And of course, the effectiveness is about good grades and good CCA and how to study well. Once you have these 2E, okay, the efficiency and effectiveness, you will produce the excellent result in all subjects. So it's not just about English. It's all about all subjects and how you embark the journey to have E plus E equal to E, which is another E, Einstein equation, you can call it. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Of course, while efficiency refers to how well something is done. Okay, so these few months, you're going to do your best because you're going to prepare your set for next year. Now, effectiveness refers to how to use things, how refers to, oh, I think there's something, refers to how useful something is. For example, a car is very effective form of transport, very effective, able to move people across the long distance to show place to specific places. But a car may not transport people efficiently because of how it's used the fuel. So the car is very effective from one point to the other, and depends on the capacity of the car. That is how effective it is. But the efficiency, now we got able to compare. We got diesel, we got petrol, we got hybrid car, and we also got EV car. In the future, we might got hydrogen car. Or maybe another one, solar car. Oh my God, there's really spoiled for choice. But which one is more efficient in saving the environments as well as the petrol and your pocket? Okay, got it now. So this is the one I'm talking about, right? So you are supposed to do this, Jaden and Judy. The next 2 years, which is talking about 2027, where you decided to go to JC, you need to do a lot of project presentations. And with this is very strict. It's very easy to score one. Jaden, I think Jaden and Judy, you got no problem. As well as Han Ye, you got no problem with this. Because the way you speak, the way you have been practiced for a few years, that's not an issue. It's just that how confident is that in front to present yourself with the right languages that you use. Okay, the tonality, all right? Okay, let's talk about the essay. Now, this month, you're using a lot of IP essay, okay? Okay, now let's read Jaden, can you read the first two paragraphs? Then I explain the two paragraphs. So it says that Singapore must stay relevant to Asia and the rest of the world. As you know, today, Jaden and Judy, you can ask your parents, if not, you can Google. Donald Trump has increased the taxes or the tariff to China 34%. It's damn freaking ridiculous. And then the European, I think, is 20%. And then the Singapore used to, if you're because you all need to know, because you're studying social study. And they just put a 10% tariff on Singapore. It's like, oh, wow, how? Then the Singapore government say, we have been very close tied to your with US. Why are you putting such a heavy tax? Do you know all these taxes will affect the whole entire world? And what's the language going to use? Very negative language. I don't know how Donald Trump is going to survive for the next 3 years plus with this kind of thing. Yeah, he say he want to bring back American greed against the employments and less recession in the country as well. I don't know. So, but the region faces challenges, even as prospect appear bright. President Tony Tan is still alive. It was one of the ex-presidents. And this was taken from the Straits Times 2015. Let's go for the next two paragraphs. Please, thank you.
Singapore must strive to stay relevant to the region and the rest of the world if it is to keep benefiting from Asia's growth and dynamism, President Tony Tan Keng Yam said yesterday. Dr. Tan told the annual DBS Asian Insights Conference that while the advanced economies of the United States, Europe, and Japan continue to be Singapore's important trading and economic partners, Asia's economies will be increasingly important to Singapore.
You see, Europe to Singapore, no problem. Of course, there are countries like Holland, Denmark, Sweden, Sweden's and the Swedish, and we are Finland, Germans, Italian, Portugal, Spain's Spanish, Portuguese, Spanish, and what else? What else is in Asian country? Let me, my mind is not working suddenly. Okay, European, US, no problem. Japan. So unless the Japan can speak English and Chinese, Mandarin, if not, the Singapore need a translator at that time to translate the things and talk about how can Singapore trade with you. So it's the languages. You might have a language barrier, but no worry. Once a country is developed, they will definitely have someone to help to translate things, okay? Asia growth will continue to create significant opportunities for corporates and institutions and individuals. This is no doubt. This is where you're going to learn this in chapter 7. No, which chapters? Yeah, chapter 9 next year, about country, companies, and individual. Which one has the biggest impact to the country? Okay, so of course, to me, it's individuals. Okay, that one, not argument here. Sorry. While Asia prospect a bright, the growth is not without challenges, he noted. Income inequalities is something like that. So income inequalities usually related to educations. Okay, an issue related to sustainable growth and developments have to be addressed in tandem with economic growth so that a broader base of people in the region can see the improvement of their life. So you can see that a lot of countries always have poster, have kind of social media, mass media, which is this month topic, to voice their outlook, to help their residents to be more affluent, a more better educated workforce. But then again, why they train a lot of people in their country and why suddenly out of the blue, these people ran out of the country and go to other countries? There must be some reason, right? Okay, maybe the language of trust. Okay, so Dr. Tan's keynote speech rounds up an opening preliminary discussion of how Singapore futures proof is relevant for the next 50 years. And this next 50 years, we are talking about 2016 all the way to the next 50 years, and that will impact you, Jaden and Junie, because 50 years from now, you're about 60 plus. Correct, 50 plus 10 plus 15, yeah, 65. Oh, that's the time maybe you're already semi-retired or you're going to retire. What do you see for the futures? What are you going to do? With these economies, does it help to give you a better future? Will these educations that you have studied or get a degree will help you? Okay, so now nowadays there are a lot of social medias, the kind of language that you learn a lot from there. Okay. So seriously, it rounds off and tell that Dr. Tan keynote speech rounded up on this 50 years of futures. What are we going to see? Are we still use language as English? As you know, Singapore, the primary language is English because we have other race and we cannot just dictate by using Chinese as the main language. But in China, you can do that because 1.4 billion all are Chinese. Japan also can, using Japanese, Korean, their Korean language. And Laos, Vietnam, their Vietnamese language, right? So at the discussion, 3 speakers addressed the issues such as how the economy should adapt and raise productivity. So this is the way they speak. The language just that they use must be not only strong and positive, and to also bring the enthusiasms towards everybody in this particular discussions, to tell people that Singapore is still strong. Please come and invest, involve, and innovate here. I think the bigger dangers for Singapore economies and globally is whether we will lose our relevance. You will lose our relevance, guys, if you guys are not going to buck up and pull out your socks. If there's Singapore are less degree holder and, the rest don't need to say, it's going back to other like third world country. Whether we will become a second tier city-states as opposed to first tier, say this person, okay, I just ignored all this from the study of Singapore. To maintain its relevance, Singapore needs to deepen its strengths in areas of its already proficiency in use as a makes very careful strategy plannings and a clear recognition of global market force. Now, take note now, because of this very careful strategic planning and the clear recognitions of global market force, is because because this country is bilingual or trilingual or even quadlingual, learning 4 languages. Because people know Singapore, the main language is English. But they also know that I come to Singapore, if I can't speak English, I can speak to people in Mandarin. If I'm from India, I can speak to them in Tamil. And the Malays in Indonesia, they can speak Bahasa Indonesian, but it's kind of close to Malay, Bahasa Malaysia, okay? It's still Malays, but a bit different. It's just like the Chinese and the Taiwan, realize Jaden and Junie. The Chinese 用简体字, Taiwan 用繁体字, but the way they speak is a bit, the tone is different. So what is important is Singapore cannot keep still. Singapore cannot keep still. We have to be agile, and that is what it means by the Economic Development Board. That means you see the word is so powerful here. Look at this sentence. It's important that we cannot keep still. We cannot be stagnant. Okay, summary writing, still means stagnant. Still means not moving. Still means you are like not increasing your capabilities and abilities. So if you want to stay stagnant, then sorry, the world don't wait for you. Correct now, Jaden? Agree now, Julie? The world don't wait for you. You have to pull out your socks and move ahead of your classmate, your schoolmates, or even the whole entire cohort of this set 3 to be the top 5%. That's live, sorry. Next 2 paragraphs, may I have it? Sorry. Next two paragraph. Jaden, Junie.
What is important is Singapore cannot keep still. We have to be very agile, said Dr. Blaise Swangate, Chairman of the Economic Development Board of Singapore.
Last two paragraph.
Mr. Liang Tongdo, adjunct professor at the National University of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, said it was the responsibility of the upper management to improve reading productivity. The day-long conference concluded with a dialogue with former Indonesian President Susilo
Bambang. Susilo
Bambang
Bambang
Yudhoyono, hosted by DBS Chief Executive.
This guy, Gupta, Jaden, you guess how much is a salary? I think last week he just stepped down as a DBS CEO. His 1 year salary is $2.17 million. Can you imagine 1 month how much he earned? He has been in the DBS for coming 5 to 8 years. I can't remember. I lost count already. And sorry, this Piyush Gupta is actually come from India. So you realize, Jaden and Junie, the social studies is study on the chapter 1, issue 1, chapter 1, 2, and 3. You see, we welcome foreigners. Chapter 4 and 5 will be more details to this topic of foreign talents and the influx of foreigners and the top foreigners to come to Singapore to invest. $2.18 million sitting in the CEO place. Wow. I'm not greedy, Jaden. It's 2.17 million now, Jaden. I'm not greedy. I only ask for 2.16 million will do that. You see, I'm not greedy, right? Don't give me this kind of look. It's like, what's the difference? It's just by one digit small. Yeah, you see, I'm not greedy. I asked for 2.16 ma. Very nice of me. So this whole entire passage is also, essay is also talking about how Singapore can transform in terms of not just language or poems or language or literatures or mostly are doing with the social media, how people see Singapore now. And a few months time, sorry, Jaden and Junie, a few months time, Uncle Raymond sometimes maybe at night cannot free because I have to do last minute things for my zone, things about the election things. Okay, so my best is not to affect your tuition, but sorry, country come first. Yeah, I hope you understand. Country come first. That's my duty. Just like Scout, right? You should know what I mean. The responsibility on your shoulder. Okay, let's talk about this. We are talking about section C now, the summary writing as well as Peter. Now we all know next lesson we will have some fun to do the summary writing. Okay, I mean the summary exercise. So like look at this one here. We got 80 words response summary. You must write down the number of words that you have summarized in the box. It's a must. If you forget to write the number of words or you some student ask me, Uncle Raymond, you must really count. I mean, if you have the time and you finish all your paper, then you count lah. But you don't have the time, you draw the 5 columns, the 5 columns and then the rows. Okay. The 5 columns and the rows. And then use that 8 times 5, no, 10 times 8 is 80, right? 8 rows, 8 columns, 10 rows. So 80 words. Okay, put inside. As long as you must be 80 words. Advisable is from 75 to 81 words. 1 word more is okay, okay? But not 83, 84, 85. Then they will cancel out. So 80 words. So a non-narrative text C. Okay, we are talking about narrative, and this is some non-narrative, and this is factual. We are talking about war, disaster, global warming. The text B itself is more on fiction books like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that kind of things. But text C is very factual, so you must know when you're doing these factual comprehensions, everything is realistic and real and reliable. So what must you do? Same thing. This one don't need to go tell you already. 1 master and 3 stay later will go through. So then how? Okay, and of course, we're going to talk about these 2 different type of skills. Actually got 3 skills to share with you about summary writing. ASSDRC and one is ASA, ASAD, and this is Mind Formula Rapids. So like this one, we'll share with you the next lesson, how to avoid figurative language and description. shortens long expressions into one word, substitution using synonyms, okay? And then what you call this, delete repetitive phrase or words, okay? And then rephrase sentences, combine sentences, okay? So if you are not confident about it, then you can leave lah. Okay, so this is my rapids. What does rapid stand for? This is the one I will explain to you more in the next lessons. So restructuring avoids this one, rephrase 10 to 12 words per sentence. You're lucky to use this 80 words. Back then, I think 15 years ago, it's about 150 words. It's not about, sorry, it's 150 words, not about 150 words. 15 years ago. And they don't give you from paragraph 4 to paragraph 6 summarized in 80 words. They will tell you what is the benefits and what is the advantages and disadvantages of technology. So you practically have the whole entire paragraph, you have to search the answer for 150 words. But the good thing is that the only good thing is that they don't have visual graphic text. They only got one comprehension passage or two comprehension passage, that's all. Okay, but now it's different. So of course, you delete the repetitive phase, identified with paragraph and relevance points, and synthesis and shorten the two sentences. Now, Peter, okay, how do you know this, Jaden and Junie, let's play. How do you know this guy is positive or negative? Jaden and Junie, can you take a look? How do you know, John? I think the guide should not stop climbing Everest as there are many benefits. Junie, you want to have a go? Which words tell you is positive here or supportive?
What was the question again? My internet is lagging.
Sorry?
What's the question again? My internet is like very bad.
Oh, this one, how do you know this guy, say Peter, Peter who say this boy who say this? How do you know it's pro and supportive? Which word tells you that it's very pro and supportive to climb Mount Everest? Is it positive attitude or negative attitude? Yes, Julie. Which word tells you?
So I think the word is
Yeah, which word here?
what?
Huh? Yes?
Should not.
Huh? Should not lah.
Yeah.
That's your words. Okay, Jaden, which word do you think?
Which word is positive?
They're very pro and supportive.
Oh, benefits.
Yes, you are right. Benefits. Unless you say disadvantages. Okay, yeah, benefits, so it's very supportive. Okay, good. So Junie, Jaden, which one do you think is against? Which word tells you is against?
Endangering.
Endangering. Okay, how about Junie? Which one do you think is negative and against and unsupportive?
Endangering.
Yeah, endangering and tougher. Get it, huh? So when you do Peter, it's like very straightforward. Okay, Peter, you don't mind. Peter is talking about what is the purpose that this boy is saying this very positive, and what is the purpose of this girl saying negative about climbing Mount Everest because of endangering. And please explain what she's saying with the evidence, and please also explain what he's saying with the evidence. That's what it means, okay? So like look at this one, see? To support the cause or ideas, a policy or plan, are not supporting, okay, because it was created, because it will create, okay, the negative side. And explain, for example, like this one, Peter is saying that the guide should continue to bring those mountain climbers to view Everest. This can be supported evidence, you see. The kaleidoscope scenery is priceless when you reach the peak of the mountain. So, these statements is definitely like what Jaden is saying, right? Is the benefit. If you don't go there, you're going to miss the kaleidoscope, the beautiful scenery that you will miss in the once in a lifetime. It's just like the Northern Light like that. Next, Anne is saying that environment is not suitable for climate as there are many odds ahead. This can be supported, you see, evidence. Okay, they explain and evidence. Freezing cold temperatures, avalanche, and frostbite lead to high casualties. So it's definitely not because endangering life. So this endangering life will tell you, nah, it's no good. It's going to cost you a hand and leg, so better don't. So the tone. So of course, just now we detect, right, which one is positive, negative, advantages, disadvantages, bias or not bias, or supportive or not supportive, like this one, supportive or not supportive. Of course, the result. How do I know that whether you choose that one is positive or is it negative? So you must use your sixth sense. Of course, you must check like the keywords, and then you must also see, we must make sure that it's correct. You see, we must fight against all odds, no matter how tough the future will be like. In order to survive and eat the living, we must not give up hope. So this is why I'm just saying that the summary might be 15 marks, 8 marks for 8 points, 7 marks for languages. Don't give up hope. Once even you say, I got no time to rephrase my words, my own words, leave the entire point. At least you got 8 points correct, and then plus your languages, maybe you, because it's lifting, right? You still will get 3 marks. 3 marks is 11 marks. It's considered pretty good, right? So I leave it to you, okay? So there are words like this, you see, words to replace odds. Example. So you can use your own words. See, these are all the words that can be replaced by using replace odd. We got troubles, obstacle, problems, situations, circumstances, issue, dilemma, setback, chaos, crisis, difficulties, inertias, procrastinations, and hardship, sorry. So there are so many words. Now you understand why. And in May or June, we're going to test you on vocab already. Yeah. Okay, so the 80-word summary. So 8 marks, 7 marks for this. Okay, done. So now let's go to the comprehension passage, okay? I'm not going to underline the word. So the text below is about fox hunting. Read the text carefully and answer 16 to 20, okay? Fox hunting. So as usual, it's always the first sentence here because there's a full stop. Okay? And then it's the first sentence here. Where is it? Where's the full stop? Oh, it's up to here, right? Okay, it's pretty long. And then the next sentence here. So I'm doing that now. I'm reading the first sentence. Hey. All right, so okay, let's do this. So hunting is amongst many other things a community event. So okay, fair enough. But not in Singapore, of course, you know this text not in Singapore. The huntsman hunts employed in charge of the house during the day's hunting leads them away from the meat gathering areas and to the first draw. What do you mean by first draw? Draw what? Drawing or the drawing as in lucky draw, which will typically be a wood or H line. Okay. A pair of typically consists of 40 dogs working in couples. So 40 divided by 2, each one got 20 pairs, right? 20 pairs of dogs moving around to hunt for fox. If the house detect a fox scents or indeed flushed ones from the woodlands, they speak. That means you see language already. They speak. They speak by giving a signal, a warning sign, or even a distress sign. There's distinct barking, and will hunt the fox by following its scent. So it's a scent, it's like a language of smell. Okay, so we have next one here. Okay, so next one we have here is that a fixed fox, very fit, will frequently escape, obviously lah. But the aging fox 不用讲嘛, how to run? Because they still have to come out to eat and hunt for prey, right? Injured or diseased animals is far less likely to be able to outrun the hound. So this paragraph is going to talk about how this animal escape from the predator or even the humans, right? So next one we can do here, highlight the first sentence. The riders follow the pursuit behind the hounds, the huntsman, and the fleet, and the field master who decide which route they follow. Wow. So they got very systematic pattern. They got way of tracking the fox. They got way to hunt the fox. They got way to kill the fox. They got way to make the fox to come out from the hole or whatever it is. Okay. So you must think like that. When you're doing your first sentence, you must make your imagination run. It may not be 100% correct, but at least your brains are working. Okay. So wow, this is a very long sentence. If I'm not mistaken, it's until full stop here, right? So all these followers are essential to the hunt. Okay, these followers, are we talking about the pairs of dogs? As their subscriptions helps funds the maintenance of the hunt, can also know. So these followers are human beings who want these people to hunt the fox, because the fox, maybe in my opinion, are destroying the farm or destroying someone or threatening the livelihood of the people there. The care of the hunt horses and hounds and the employments of the huntsmen and other workers. So obviously they are paying people to guard the place. Okay, let's go to paragraph 7. So if the hounds catch the fox, which is dogs, its death is very quick. So they are trained to bite their neck. That means one shot, one kill is like sniper. Wow, wow. Oh my god, very scary. Scary. Okay, what happened? Okay, here, this is the only paragraph. So it says sometimes the fox will elude horns by going down a hole. Obviously, that's why it's called the foxhole, right? That's the purpose for that, right? So how they escape is all based on their alertness, attentiveness, and awareness. 3A, write down. Their attentiveness and alertness and awareness. So next, you're gonna do this as a homework for then handing next week. If you don't do, then I will go through the answer as usual. The days ends back at the meet. That means all together, all the fox that they hunt, and with both followers and horses diet after an exhilarating day. Of course, it's a very exhilarating day because not only exhilarating, the weather, of course, you must be put on your servant things and all the attention, alertness, and attentiveness towards this fox. Who knows? Maybe it's a fox, right? But you never know, the fox might hunt you, kill you, or even bite you. You know, maybe this fox is diseased, right? Might pass the bacteria to you, how? Die lah. So a job has been done for the hunter. So it's attract from this. Now, gentlemen, each one, okay, so Jaden, you start with one paragraph. After paragraph 1 finish, you do Junie, number 2. So what is my job is to explain every single paragraph to you. So in the exam, please do that. Every time you finish one paragraph, give yourself the understanding. Okay, what is this paragraph about? So there is a change reactions. There's a storyline. So when you do your comprehension passage, if there's a link, at the same time, it helps you to do your summary writing skill. Back to you, Jaden.
Hunting is, amongst many other things, a community event. The fox hunt meet typically takes place at a farmhouse at 11 in the morning. Riders, horses, followers on foot and by car, hounds and hunt workers gather to start the day. Rural life can be very isolating, and hunting brings together people from a broad cross-section of the community, where views on a whole range of countryside and other issues are exchanged.
Well, I tell you, the moment you read this paragraph, it's like, I can imagine they're going for a war against the fox. A huge amount of people agree on Jaden. It's like, hey, damn it, I get sick and tired enough already. Every year, the season, the fox multiply so much and destroy my farm, destroy my livelihood, destroy my asset. I'm going to 你不是你死就是我亡那种感觉嘞，那种哇 mass coming like mass killing like the German killing the Jews like that. Oh my God. Back to you. Okay, this is my explanation for paragraph 1. What about you, June? Paragraph 2, please.
The huntsman or hunt employee in charge of hunting during the day's hunting leads them away from the meat gathering area to the first draw, which will typically be the wood or hedge line. A pack typically consists of 40 dogs working in couples. They work naturally together as a pack, each of those who seek the scent of a wolf of a fox. Like all dogs, hounds hunt naturally, but foxhounds are trained to only hunt the fox and to follow the instruction of the huntsman, either by voice or by blowing.
So it happened, gentlemen, you happen to come across this. And if I ask you what is a foxhound, how does it look like? Obviously, if you come on, seriously, I believe in your whole entire life, you have seen a fox, right? Jaden and June, agree now? Right? Yeah. You never seen a fox, Seriously, you seen a wolf, right? Have you seen a wolf before? Picture lah, don't.
Up close or online?
Oh no, just the pictures not up close. You mean take picture, you with a fox Wow, steady man. Wow, brother, you barely the brave I take picture with the wolf also because I'm a wolf man. At night when the moon turn yellow bright I become a wolf man, werewolf. Okay, obviously if you don't know, joke aside just like I went to watch Minecraft movie wow, really nice, damn freaking nice. Because inside got this wolf called Dennis. Okay, and then the guy is called Steve. Very nice movie. Not bad. I enjoy it. Seriously, hey, y'all know Minecraft, right? Come on, you don't know my advice is if you got time to watch, I watch with my son, with my wife. It's a very interesting movie, very, very nice. Now I know why a lot of people want to play Minecraft. Bring your parents to watch, then you'll understand why. Okay, anyway, that says there's a wolf. Danny's the wolf. Very cute. Okay, I don't want to spoil the fun of it. So if you know that fox is this big, that means of course you cannot get a chihuahua to catch the fox, right? All right now, Junie and Jaden, you ask a chihuahua or a Pomeranian to catch a fox in the fox. Excuse me, seriously? You're gonna bite me? Of course, you're getting a bigger dog like foxhound. It's damn big, and their teeth are very sharp, and they are very slim. They are not like those Beethoven, the big size, the German Shepherd. German Shepherd is okay, not the fat one, the Chocho one. I think the Chocho run a bit, not a bulldog. It's really very thin, very slim. Their body is like cheetah body like that. It's very big. So you can imagine these dogs are really trained to kill another animals. True enough. This is the natures in the Europeans. If you read a lot of the English literature books, they always like to have these hunting seasons. And back to you, number 3, please.
If the hounds detect the fox scent or indeed flush one from the woodland, they speak a distinctive barking and will hunt the fox by following its scent. According to research by Oxford University fox expert Dr. David MacDonald, the average hunt of each fox lasts for 17 minutes. This does not, however, involve the fox running flat out of the hounds at his heels. He is likely to be at some distance ahead for most of the hunt, unable to see the hounds, but aware there is a danger and moving away from it.
It's so fascinating, Jaden and Julie. Dr. David McDonald just do nothing the whole entire life is to understand the language of fox behavior, the movement, the habitat, the way they eat, the way they smell, the way they shit. Seriously, there are people who study this. Very limited. In Singapore don't have. Okay. There are people who also study that kind of forensic, like dinosaur. That's archaeologists. That's how human beings. I used to love to study astrology. Astronomy, sorry. I like to study the stars. Okay, so this paragraph tells you that the language of a dog to create the awareness to his owner, the fox hunter, is by the barking, because the sense of smell is kind of language through his nose. That is very, very sensitive to smell. I think they are trained just to detect. It's like a GPS like that. Number 4, please, Junie.
Fit fox will frequently escape. Aging, injured, or diseased animal is far less likely to be able to outrun the hounds. As such, hunting is the only form of fox control that employs natural selection, picking out those animals most in need of calling, and also most likely to be passed over.
Okay, so I was right at the start that this paragraph is this entire comprehension passage is about calling and killing, because to them, fox is a pest. So definitely it's a country in Europe. Okay, in the European countries, definitely the whole entire Europe. It's just that the hare, the bigger version of rabbit, they're also hunting all this kind, because suddenly they got this baby boomer. So this paragraph tells you that obviously the fixed fox will run away, those sick and weak one, of course, will be destroyed. But you see, because when it comes to the spring and summer season, these animals will come out from the hibernations and they start to look for food. Natural, correct or not? Right? And naturally, by rights, the humans is the one who encroached and took away the properties of the landed property from the animals. Because the human is the one who built houses and scare off these animals deeper into the forest, to the jungle, and then no choice. Right? And then therefore they have to come out to look for it. Number 5, please.
The riders follow the pursuit behind the hounds, the huntsman and a field master who decides which route they follow. Hunting provides a unique excitement, following an unpredictable quarry across country, jumping obstacles such as hedges and gates as they present themselves. Others follow the chase on foot, bike, or by road, enjoying trying to keep up with the progress of the hunt and watching the hounds working, following the scent, yeah.
觉得他们好像吃饱没事做，玩 Minecraft 啦，玩 Roblox Blockstar 啦，对吗？那吃饱没事做就你。 就是哇很高兴看他们跑来跑去去抓那个 fox hunt 那个 fox，and then the best part the field master that means the leader know which way to go to kill the fox as many as possible. That means they are very experienced hunter already. From this paragraph, I feel it. So there are ways for them to track the fox and the way to totally eliminate the poor fox. Who's done, Jaden? But Judy.
All these followers are essential to the hunt as their subscription help fund the maintenance of the hunt kennels, the care of hunt horses and hounds, and the employment of the huntsmen and other workers in turn for the hunt's contribution to the management of the fox population. Farmers allow the followers access to their land, a successful form of symbiosis.
Very funny, so these are the follow who can follow the hunters to hunt the fox because they pay money to take care of the horse and hounds. And of course, they are the one who ensure so they maybe they also breed the fox population. They purposely might want to have the fox to increase so that they can hunt for fun and laughter and enjoyment and torture them and skin them and use the fox fur to make something else. Wow. Can't they just, I got a student, remember I done this passage many years ago. Can't the students, they were saying, can't they do like putting poison for them to eat? And then rather than go and hunt them, no, it's just like those poison to kill the rats, the rodents, that kind of things. Maybe that's how they feel good about it, the thrill of hunting fox. It's maybe their their hobbies or their pastime. Back to you, number 7.
If the hound catches the fox, his death is very quick. A foxhound weighs around 5 times as much as a fox, and the first hound to reach the fox typically kills it with a powerful bite, breaking its neck.
Oh,
As with most predators, the hound is designed to kill its prey as swiftly as possible. Hunting guarantees a fox is either killed outright or escapes unharmed.
okay, so the possibility is maybe 80% or 70%. This foxhound, the dog, is really desperate and it's very thrilled to see that once they kill the fox, they got rewards by the owners. Maybe some treats or something else for maybe a big buffet meal for them. I don't know, or something to reward them. So they are feel very honored to kill for the owners. So when they are escape outright, that is the possibility is because maybe the foxhound are getting older. They cannot run the speed like a fox possibility, or the foxhound or maybe was injured on the way for whatever reason, or the foxhound are still a young first time to catch a very, that's why they say as cunning as a fox, right? That the fox can turn and twist and run. But once you get a very experienced foxhound dog to attack means they really can hear the sound crack. Okay, that's it. There goes, baby. You dead. Next, Junyi. Your turn sometime. Junie. Are you there, Junie? Number 8, please. Oops. Number 8, Junie, I can't hear you. Are you there, Junie? She's not there. Is she there? Hello, Junie, are you there? Uh-oh. What happened? Is the Wi-Fi moving for him? But I see the fan is moving. The fan is moving. Julie, are you there? No? Okay, back to me. I just read. Sometimes a fox will elude. Horns by going down a hole. If the farmer requires it, a Hans employee who is licensed will send a terror to bring the fox to bay where terror and fox stand their ground facing each other. Terror is a smaller dog. The terrormans will then dig down to where the terror is barking and shoots the fox swiftly at point blank. Bam! Using a human killer, a form of pistol used to put down animals. So that means knowing that is the hunting is ended here, no point to let the fox run out, right? Because there's the minimum requirements that the fox will not give up, will stay in the foxhole, or will not what do you call it, fall into their trap, or will not give in easily. They'll stay there. So if that's the case, okay lah, I just kill you, finish you off. That's all. All right, last paragraph.
The day ends back at the meets with both followers and horses tired after an exhilarating day. Although one or more foxes are likely to have been killed, it is unlikely that most followers will have seen it happen, and that's not why they go. But they all recognize that a job has been done for the farmer, and that is the only reason they have enjoyed such unrivaled access to private land.
As you can see, the last paragraph tells you, although one or more foxes are likely to have to be killed, it's unlikely that most fellows have seen it happen. And that's why they go. It's just that they feel the trial that this hunter killed the fox. Of course, they will be very bloody, the bleeding, the blood, everything. The fox died in a horrible death because the fox hound dog just bite and chew and not kill, or tear their necks, and then all the veins come out, or whatever it is. And the best thing is that they feel good that after they capture all the foxes and bring back to the meets, they will count the foxes. It's just like got prize to win like that. Okay, they say that's why they are all recognized that job has been done for the farmers. So this fox hunter is being employed or because of their hobbies or their pastime or their leisure time or the way they want to have been doing yearly seasons. And maybe this is their traditional way of doing it. It's also it's like one stone kill. I can do it for my hobby. At the same time, I can help the farmer to cut and cull all these foxes so that they will not destroy the farm. Okay, we are done. Junie, are you okay? Just now you are offline, Okay, never mind. So let's go to the first question. So, Junie, will you mind read this question? Ruler's life.
Can be very isolating. Give one possible reason why rural life is isolating.
So same thing, gentlemen. In this comprehension, whether text B or C, always use the 8W1H. Your master is Y. So Y is the reason why rural life is isolating. So these are the three words. The first, this is the master, where this is the first slave, the second slave, and the third slave. So then you know that this is line 4, right? So you have to go to line 4 and ask yourself why rural life can be very isolating. What is the reason? Of course, if you do not understand the rural means, sorry, you got problem with it, right? The urban and rural life. So give one possible reason because it's 1 mark, okay? Can Oh, did I overshot? Sorry, I think I go back to this one here. This 1 mark questions. Next question, Junie.
In paragraph 1, why does the author refer to a fox hunt bit as a community event?
So same thing, why? Usually why is the reason, right? Why is it so? This is a master, and then the 3 slave or the 4 slave, we call it out. You can say the meat as the first one, and then the committee as the second one, and then let's see the third one. Fox hunt. So this will be the first keyword, second keyword, and the third keyword for this, okay? To find out, there's 1 mark. Why the author refer this as community event. And reverse reading is called the event for the community. Okay, so it's not just for private, it's an event committee. Okay, let's read this one. Paragraph 2, compare the foxhounds to the other dogs. What is the difference between the foxhound and the other dogs? What is the similarity? Don't tell me I got student put this out. Both got 4 legs. Yeah, also got tail. The difference, don't you're gonna say that one is a bitch, one is a dog. Thanks. Don't say that. Don't tell me the difference. One is a bitch, one is a dog, please. Don't be funny. Okay. Please see the similarity and differences. Okay. I think there is in paragraph 2, they mentioned that. I leave it to you. If you don't want to do next week, the most is going through the answer, a very quick for you to revise and do it. The more you do better because your WA. Junie, your WA2 when is your English paper? Do you know not? That's why I asked Jaden while waiting for you to come in, but he come fine. So later you will give me when.
I think it's 4 weeks or 5 weeks
Wow,
later.
so fast ah?
Yeah,
4 weeks.
yeah.
May I know they test on what? Paper 1 or paper 2?
It's about the situation writing.
No problem about situation writing and WA1 they test on what?
W1 is comprehension.
Oh, opposite ah. Anyway, we've done everything. Left only this comprehension C, which is the summary. So your comprehension last term WA1 is not this one lah. It's not summary writing, right?
Yeah, not too much summary writing. Don't have.
It's a text B one lah. That one with the 4 boxes, right? The flow chart, right?
Yeah.
Paragraph 1, paragraph 7, paragraph 8, that kind of things. Okay, we done that. Okay.
So
So
I found my
Jaden,
one.
I may be right. You might be doing paper 1 for WA2. What
I
you
found my one. It's paper 2 comprehension and summary.
wow, this one ah.
Yeah.
Wow, how say ah?
And then
Brother, so just nice ah.
yeah, it's 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, very fast leh. Very fast ah. The time really fast. Hey, wait. I'm still putting on my March calendar. Alamak. Oops. Okay. So paragraph 2, you can see there. This is paragraph 2, right? You see the folk sound and the trains, okay, and the see the norm, like all our dogs, you see. And then you see this one here also. The first sentence already give away already. Hey, this is full stop. This one don't have. This one, sorry. This one is not supposed to be highlighted. Okay. Sorry, this one no color. Okay, only this one here. This sentence will tell you, like, see. And then here also, you see, here and here will tell you the difference between a normal dog and a foxhound dog. The foxhound is very different. Okay, done. So next go to number Peter. Okay, now let's see the two of you please Jaden, tell me whether this Lucy, I call Lucy a girl this lady and this gentleman, who is positive using your Peter PETER. What is the purpose and what is okay? Jaden and Junie, let's talk about the girl. I don't care what anybody says. Fox hunting is a cruel and inhumane sport that cannot possibly be justified, even though you need the fox fur to put Uncle Raymond has a wig. Don't cry. Don't cry. You just put the wig. I know I got no hair. You see, like that, you put no hair. Okay. So, Junie, positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Which will tell you is negative?
Inhumane and cruel.
Cruel, I agree with you. I also choose cruel. To me, it's negative also. How about you, Jaden? Jaden, you cannot choose cruel already.
Cannot possibly be justified.
Oh. How about this one? Cannot.
Yeah.
Can okay, so negative How about this one? People do have some logical and humane reason, you see? Reason for annual open season on Fox. Can you imagine season hunt, Disney cartoon present season hunting 2, director by Raymond Shaw. Then you got these people. Hello, I'm Jaden Beaver. Nice to meet you. Today, I'm running for my life. Then the other people say, Junie, not Beaver, Squirrel. Then Junie say, Junie, the second Beaver, why do we need to run away? Don't you know? I don't know. We're going to have a hunting season. Oh, hunting squirrel? No. Hunting fox. Then Junie, the second squirrel say, so what got to do with us? Because the bullet has no eyes. Come on, let's go. Pew! I told you. Wow, this is that in season 2, the hunting begins. And then change already, now the fox. Fox Jaden, oh, shall we go? Then Junie the fox said, no, we're gonna play around with this human clown. No, I'm gonna play with you. Why? Because I'm a fat fox. I know you're skinny. Okay, just joking. I'm running out of my mind. I'm siao. Okay. All right. Positive. Jaden. Now fair to you, Junie. So you say positive, this one. Which will tell you is positive.
Logical.
I do agree with this word, logical. Huh? So it's logical to kill lah. Come on. The two stupid squirrel talk what? It's time to hunt, man. Jaden the squirrel and Junie the squirrel. Get lost. Don't block my way. Okay, Junie, which word tells you it's positive?
Logical.
Logical, so but I would say human, humane reason. It's a reason. And then the annual reason. See, this one also can be positive. Okay. So here's the part of conversation between two students, or Brian and Alexandra, who have read the article. From paragraph 3 to 4, identify one possible reason for Alexandra option. So now you know, Alexandra, the purpose of saying negative. So now you need to explain with the example and quote, and to see whether is it reliable when you quote, right? Okay, do it next week. We'll show you the answer. Not now, So I'm helping you. So for Jaden, when you're doing this comprehension passage in your WA2, be focused. Do this using a pencil and underline the word and put that plus minus, plus minus. You know what I mean? Like the plus minus means you're doing this. Is it positive? Holy shucks, man. Okay, is it this guy positive or negative? So if it's negative, right? Put here. Then is it positive or negative? Positive, put here. Then you can use already, the Peter already settled the tone. Then the purpose, yeah, why you say that? Because you know he's going to say something that is bad about it for Alexandra. So the next one we're going to talk about here, how can Brian justify his view about fox hunting? Now, usually there's this one is 2 marks. So to find one negative is fine, but to find two possible reasons, that means the whole entire passage, Junie and Jaden, take note, Jaden especially. When they have two of these, meaning the entire passage is very supportive to kill the fox. As a representative of the fox, I'm the lawyer. On behalf of the fox committee, I want to sue the human for being cruelty to animals. Your Honor, Jaden, what do you think? Uncle Raymond, you have a lot of imaginations. Today we are doing English, we're not doing zoologies. Okay, thank you. So mine, don't stop so much on that. Okay, so justify, okay, 2 reasons. Then this one, from paragraph 5, explain how fox hunting bring excitement. This one said this, Jaden said this. Can you imagine I got 2 human? One is a fat one is a skinny one, and one is a very blur one. Hey, where are we going? We're gonna hunt fox, man. Then they go to the fat one. Wait for me. Can you imagine he was running with the belly and the pants dropping down and see the backside buttock with the W curvy. Yeah, very pervert, I know. That's cartoon, okay. So why sorry, I think I'm out of my mind already. Okay, so explain why it excitement. 2 marks, 2 reasons. From paragraph 9, explain why farmers allow hunters or arrivals access to private land. Yeah, so that they also know that we are planting all this, and because of these fox, hey, cannot tell you too much of the answer, You can find out, Okay, that's all I can tell you. So finally, wow, that's cool, man. Use your own words as fast as possible. Summarize the benefits. The benefits, see? So Brian is right, the fox hunting means to the community and how it is not as cruel as perceived. This passage also quite sad. Animal torturing. Use only information, paragraph 1, 4, and 8 only. 1, 4, and 8. The paragraph 1, just now I give you the hint why the paragraph 1 is so important. You realize now, Jaden and Junie, Junie, you are not doing WA2 for comprehension, but it's good to know. Usually the first paragraph is hit with a very strong introduction. Remember the AIMS, the atmosphere, the interesting statements, the motivations, words and phrases, and of course the suspense to read on to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th paragraph. Okay, so to me a very interesting atmosphere is this one. This is the atmosphere, and then here will be a very interesting statements, interesting things, and this will be something very motivating as well as the suspension here. So I cover the AIMS. Just nice, got it, Usually 4 to 5 sentences for introductions will be very good. So cover for that already. So that's what we're going to say here. So the communal fox hunt meets is beneficial. The committee has continued for the paragraph 1, 4, and 8. And please do so. If not, next week we have to do it. We are done with the comprehension passage. So now we're going to do a little exercise here. Let's go. Do it now.
Or is that a 0 or no?
Yeah, so far so good, huh? Give me the answer, huh? So fill in the gaps with the correct article A, E, N, and the, and zero means nothing, no need to fill when necessary, huh? So we are testing the article for these three, huh? Okay, are you done? Can I have the answer? Wow, that is fast. Go 25, ah. Well done. Who is the one who give me the point? Jaden, you are the one. Oh, done already, ah. Okay, that's very fast, man, guys. That is so damn cool, man. Okay, ready? Jaden, read to the class, please. Wait, check, and then later you must type, wait, okay, let's go.
I am from Winchester, Hampshire.
Excuse me, British, please, thank you.
I am from Winchester, Hampshire. Winchester is a city in the United Kingdom. I live in a town called Taunton, which is on the River Tone. I live in a house in a quiet street in the countryside. The street is called Hudson Street, and the house is more than 100 years old. I am an English lecturer at a college near the center of the town. I like books, music, and taking photographs.
Pervert. Sorry to professors. I'm just pulling your leg. Okay, get on.
I
I
usually have lunch at college. I usually go home by car. We have all kinds of foods in England. I like Polish food very much.
No wonder you're very polishing.
I know.
No, thank you.
Sometimes I go to a Polish restaurant in Bath.
你去那边冲凉啊？哇，凉耶！你家里没有冲凉房，你要去那边冲凉？哎呦，你真的是恶心啊你！
The restaurant is called Magda's. The Polish food is very nice.
Obviously, you're perfect. Manga, yo, what kind of food is that? What kind of restaurant is that? Hey, 挂羊头卖狗肉的地方. Okay, sorry, really, there's a place called Bath. You know not, Jaden? You know, right? You know who was born there? My cousin. Who lah?
Ooh,
Who is the one who born there? My favorite, very famous cousin.
George Washington?
Hey,
No.
what kick your ass? George Washington is USA. Purposely. Hey, Judy, go and tell him the right history. Bloody hell.
Then
某丁丁
Winston
那个
Churchill.
the first president of US 跑去 England. Wow, that means you change the history 嘞. Wow, then the Winston Churchill go to USA 啦.
Then what?
To be
Abraham
or
Lincoln.
not to be.
Oh, William Shakespeare.
真的. I got one, there's one time I say, William Shakespeare is born in the bath. Uncle, 我知道他需要洗澡. Then I got one student, you mean the whole town all full of bath? What? You mean last time they already got bathroom? Or is it a common bathroom that everyone go there and bathe? That's why the place called Bath. No, you go and Google it. William Shakespeare was born in Bath. Okay? Very funny, You're Googling now, Jaden? Jaden, correct, Is it true? Right. Now you know, thanks to this, you know, my cousin born in Bath, Lucky the other cousin is not born in toilet, Why you so serious, Jaden? Okay, guys, can I check how many corrections? I mean, how many marks you got, Junie? How come it's not to go home by a car or buy the car? Why say go home by car? Can be a car, what? You mean you split your body into many parts and go to different car? You get a joke, Is this the first time you know, Jaden, my cousin born in Bath? Interesting, I bet a lot of people know, it's Bath. 冲凉，幸亏他的 cousin 不是 born in toilet. Can you imagine? I'm born in toilet, a place called toilet. Toilet. Some of their surname are very funny. Cash, White House, and then what? Spearhead. Jaden Spearhead. Can you imagine a surname like that? Lucky you got know this called Peter Asshole. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I'm not against their surname, but it's so funny. Some of their surname, Duncan Rice. Rice 吃饭 Rice. 真的有这个 Rice You know you know really got this surname Rice and Cash. You go to check Aston Villa, the player is no, Rice is in Arsenal. Or is it Cash? Cash is in Aston Villa. You gotta check these two players. Really, their surname is called Cash and Rice. Okay, wow, not bad. The two of you, well done. You did a great job. Okay, now these are the essay, to be honest. Not easy. These are all mostly are the IP essay, if I'm not mistaken. I choose it from there. Maybe IP or set 4 essay. I can't remember. Okay, like this one is definitely what we are doing now. Okay, and of course, my dear two leaders, write your reflections and we call it a day. Let's go. Wow, the essay here is not bad, but nobody continue from here. What a waste. It was a very good one, but nobody continued from here. I hope Junie and Jaden continue. Okay, let's do the reflections and we'll call it a day. Thank you. And of course, next week we'll decide. You can start thinking of the essay here. Which one you want to do, okay? Okay, give me your 80 words reflections and choose your essay. Okay, Jayden, thank you for your this confusions. Oh my God, seriously. This one will be a lot of confusions because we're talking about language and literature. So now you just know my cousin is born in Bath. Okay, so yeah, you want to go and visit. It's a very nice place, to be honest. Okay, let's read yours, Jayden. Today,
Today, we learned more about the languages, how it can be spoken, written, and even shown in hand gestures. I deepened my understanding further on how a language is a system of communications in a society, in social groups. Language is an expression of ideas in different forms and not necessarily just by humans. Animals too have their own unique ways of communicating through unique languages. Lastly, I improved my mastery of using a, and the in sentences. It can be very confusing sometimes, just like Confucius' wise words.
no lah. The and the is actually very specific. The person who I talked to just now is my father, so it's confirmed. For example, the vowel sound A, I, O, U, like university, we don't use and. What else? A unique, we use the unique one. Okay, is very straightforward. Means a dog is chasing after a cat. Yesterday, the dog that chased yesterday the dog that chased the cat belongs to me. So you see, it's confirmed. Okay. So yes, back to you, Junie. Once you finish, we call it a day. Right? Thank you. Ready? Junie. Well, thank you. Nice, Junie. Let's read your statements. Let's go. The reflections. 63 words 很少。不用紧，来读。
Today I developed my understanding of language as a uniquely human system that it lets us share ideas, emotions, and culture through speech, writing, or signs. Unlike animals whose signals like sounds or antenna movements are limited to immediate needs such as travel or mating, human language allows creativity. I also practice articles and
no need the blank one. Learning how
tiny words shape meaning.
So no problem for this. Sorry, your speaker a bit no good now. Your mic. Even your daddy bought the mic also not very good. So now you know hemisphere, Winchester hemisphere is definitely in London, in United Kingdom. When you use the United Kingdom, is the 4 countries, Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. Okay, called the Tudons, which is called the river tones. You see the word tone, you see? Very funny, that is very funny. Also a quiet street. So this practically is the, you see the Hudson Street. Now Hudson Street also in US also got Hudson Street. I'm a Hudson Bay, Hudson Bay in US. You go and Google it now. English lecturer, college near the center of town. Unless this Hudson Street is, yeah, it's in England. This whole passage is about in England. So yeah, it's good now to learn this one. Because you can use it in practicing, use it for your editing. That will be awesomely good. All right, stop sharing. Okay, stop recording.